If you're running an e-commerce store and don't have these automated flows right here, you're seriously leaving a ton of revenue every single month on the table. Hi, I'm Nate and I run Klaviyo, and my agency focuses on making emails feel human again. And we do it through a variety of different techniques like using cognitive biases and also tapping into your customers' deepest desires as human beings. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the details on how we do this. I am here to share with you our exact automated system that generated over $20 million in 2023 alone for our managed clients. I'm going to share with you the exact strategy we use, how to install everything by yourself inside of your Klaviyo account, even if you're not so techy, and also real examples of emails of the 12 plus automation that I'm about to share with you. So let's skip this already long intro and dive right into the content. So let's tackle the obvious. What are Klaviyo flows? You might not be familiar with flows, but you might know drip sequences, nurturing sequences, journeys. I believe that's how they're called in MailChimp. In either way, it's automated email sequences that activate based on a specific customer action, like abandoning a cart, for example, the OG abandoned cart, which is obviously here as well in our tutorial. Why we want these flows is because they're automated and they meet your customers at the right time. So every message you send is very, very specific to where they are inside of your customer journey here that I'm going to show you quite a lot inside of our video. And a couple more things. What's in it for you? As a busy business owner, I'm one myself. I know how valuable time is, and these flows can automate up to 20% of your total store revenue. It's actually even more depending on your store. And everything is basically set up once and check on it every now and then, which is huge. It can also reduce the campaign pressure. If you're right now sending more campaigns than having flows, what happened on days that you forgot to send a campaign or maybe you got sick? That day is just a day that you lost revenue. So we want to take off the load off of sending manual campaigns and having a steady stream of baseline revenue coming from flows every single month automatically and scale up your campaigns from there. We can also, as I said, personalize your customer experience. We tailor the communication to different stages of the customer journey, as I showed you in the graphic above. You'll get exclusive access to the same video guides we use in our agency to craft all those automations for our clients. And we'll be giving you our no-tech framework, so you don't have to be tech-savvy to set up those flows. We'll share with you exactly how we do this in minutes for every single flow. It would be a bit longer to create the copy and design the emails, yes, but to set up things in Klaviyo, it will take minutes for every single flow. And we'll share with you real examples, not only on the technical side, but also on the strategy. Real email examples that I'm super excited to share with you. We have a bunch of those ready to explore together. So without any further ado, let's jump in. Moving on to our customer journey. There are 3 stages. The pre-purchase flows, these target new customers. The post-purchase flows, these target existing customers. And the rescue flows, they also target existing customers that are about to churn. To illustrate this better, I'm a visual learner. I actually have this little handy graphic that will help us with seeing all the flows and also what part of the customer journey they fit in. So one thing that would even help us further is once we understand that there are 3 stages, we really want to understand where most of the money comes from in the beginning, which is the trust building flows. You're going to have a lot of new customers that need to convert to first-time customers, right? So they're technically not even customers. I said customers, but they're visitors. Okay, so let's take a look at this graph right here that will help us understand what happens to a new visitor. This is your e-commerce store funnel. And let's assume your visitor, right, not yet customer, finds you on a Facebook ad, right? They kind of scroll their Facebook feed, they see an interesting product, they click the ad, and then they land on your homepage. Okay, then what happens? Typically, they scroll a bit and then they get a pop-up with an exciting offer, like sign up, get 10% off. So once they sign up, they would start receiving your very first flow, which is the welcome series. The goal of the welcome series we'll talk about, but it's typically to give you the discount, educate you about the brand, and convert you into a paying customer. If, let's say, they're not convinced, they got all the welcome flow, and a few weeks later, you have their email now, you can send them a campaign, or maybe they saw your ad again, they land on your homepage again, spend a few seconds there, and then bounce off the homepage, what happens? Your second automation will be triggering, which is your site abandonment flow, okay? The goal of the site abandonment is quite simple, is to get someone to click on a product now. So you want to feature a lot of products in the site abandonment so they land on a product page. And what happens if they abandon the product page? They abandon let's say, their browse. They will get the browse abandonment, okay? So it's quite simple. We want to move them down the funnel. The goal of the browse abandonment is to give them enough so they trust you and add the product to cart. If they abandon their cart, they'll get the cart abandoned. Not to be confused with the abandoned checkout. I'll explain you what the difference is inside of this video. But if they are comfortable now, they want to add the product to cart and start a checkout, but abandon the checkout, we'll have the abandoned checkout. You might have guessed that, right? Until the end, they just cha-ching, made their first purchase with your store. So we made a sale. Now what? Is our job all nice and done? We can just move on with our lives? Not quite. After they make a purchase, you want to retain them. A common mistake that I see with e-commerce store when we audit their accounts is solely focusing on these pre-purchase flows, right? The welcome series, the browse abandonment, maybe the abandoned checkout, but that's it. As you can see here, there's 2/3 of additional automation potential waiting for you to explore, retaining them for years and years to come, for after their first time purchase, having them purchase again, becoming VIP customer, buying every year, so on and so forth. So just stopping there at, let's say, welcome series, browse abandonment, abandoned checkout is not enough. Your competitors are most likely on this, and if they watch this video, obviously they understand this as well, and that's what separates the top stores from beginner stores, if you will. Let's talk about the first flow in your automation arsenal, the welcome flow. This should be amongst your top revenue generating flow, if not the best generating flow for your store, but only if you connect it to a pop-up. The pop-up comes first, somebody signs up, then the welcome series triggers. So very important that you set up a pop-up. If you want to know how to set one up, go ahead and check out our video on YouTube on how to do that. Our framework here is pretty simple, 3 to 5 emails after somebody joins your list for the first time. The content is, first and foremost, give him the welcome discount. Don't have him kind of roam the entire email, put the code somewhere in the middle towards the bottom. No, give him the welcome code first thing at the top so it's easy and they can just grab the code and make their purchase. This is pretty much the goal of the welcome series, is to convert visitors to first-time buyers. And as you can see, why it would be such a profitable flow for your store is you would have a lot more new visitors, right? You see how wide this section is inside of your e-commerce store funnel, as opposed to, let's say, checkout abandoners, right? That's a more slim section. You're going to have fewer checkout abandoners than, let's say, new visitors. So super key that you take care, treat this welcome series seriously, and you set up all the stuff that we're telling you right here. After you give them the discount, you want to educate people about the brand, showcase your best sellers, show some reviews, social proof, tap into the cognitive bias that we call the bandwagon effect. People want to jump on a bandwagon that they see other people on. They don't want to be the first ones. So that is super key. In terms of the technical side, the trigger here would be when somebody joins your email list, typically the newsletter. And in terms of the filter, another super important thing that I don't see a lot of Klaviyo account have is place orders 0 times since starting this flow. Having this filter will restrict, right, anybody who made a purchase from the welcome series from getting more emails, right? So let's say if I bought off of the first email, just grab the discount, and I bought, my product, I'm not going to receive more emails afterwards, right? The goal of the welcome series is to convert visitors to buyers, right? So if I bought something, I don't need to receive more emails because the job here is done, right? I'll move to first-time post-purchasers, right? That flow as opposed to getting more emails from the welcome series. That is very spammy, so do make sure that you set up this filter right here. Place order 0 time since starting this flow. This filter will check every single time if the person made a purchase. If they haven't, it will send them more emails in the welcome series to go for the kill and convert. But if I made a purchase, I will stop receiving any emails. Let's take a look at a few examples. So as I said, you want to give the discount as higher up above the fold. This is the fold where the email kind of cuts in on your phone or on your desktop. Typically, you see the top upper section, and this is exactly where you want to give the discount. You want to have a call to action right then and there. Don't have me kind of look where I need to click. Grab the code, click here, and make a purchase. A couple more tips. You want to feature either bundles or bestsellers. Talk about what makes your product unique. Let's say your little secret, your ingredients to build more trust. Contrasting color on the call to action on the buttons, and a nice hero, right, that entices trust, let's say, clicks, build trust. And this is actually, again, going to be one of your best performing flows, so make sure you treat it well. Some of the other pro tips here for the Welcome Series is you want to aim for a 10% purchase rate, which is highly recommended. Purchase rate is how many people actually bought from your entire series, right? So 10% purchase rate is recommended. This is a very, very good series. As I said also, you want to make sure that you give the welcome discount as higher up above the fold. The fold is right here, this upper section of your email. You see right here, this is the fold. You want to make sure your call to action is clear. You don't have too many call to actions. I see this time and time again. You have check our blog, go there, check this, but really you just want to focus on one thing, which is use your discount and buy from us for the first time. So that's the pro tips here for the Welcome Series. Now let's move on to the Site Abandonment, which once again is our second automation right here. After the Welcome Series, you want to have a Site Abandonment. So let's jump in right here. First thing first, you must have the Site Abandonment enabled with Shopify Klaviyo. And in order to get this flow working and triggering properly, how to do this, I actually linked a blog right here. Feel free to do that. And let's focus now on the Site Abandonment. So first thing first, what is the Site Abandonment, right? So as I said, somebody just checked your site. They haven't added to cart, browsed the product, started to check out any of that stuff. They just literally went to your site and bounced right off. So the framework here, since this is a pretty creepy email if you think, right? They haven't done anything really like adding to cart, browsing the product. They just landed on your site. So you want to go light here and proceed with caution. One email here is encouraged for people who didn't click on anything. The content here could be anything that makes them click on a product. And as I said earlier, if you make them click on a product, you entice them enough, then if they bounce off your site, they'll get the Browse Abandonment, right? Because they click the product, they browse the product, and now they'll get another very powerful automation. So our goal here is to entice that click on a product. How we do that with feedback poll, maybe success stories, maybe ways to get in touch for assistance, useful blogs to basically show them the benefit of your service or your product. Show them bestsellers. This is one of my recommended ways to get a click on a product. And quizzes, you can also throw in an incentive, like 10% off or $5 off. And again, the goal here is to have them click on a product inside of your email. On a technical side, once you set up that site, active on site trigger, the metric, you basically have this flow trigger off of active on site. These are the flow filters. And if you're not sure how to set it up, I actually made a full video on how to set up this flow. Same thing with the Welcome Series, where you not only see how I set it up, but also I give you an extra bonus, which is our internal agency document, which is filled with subject line, preview text, other email examples that you can actually get inspiration from. So it really goes a bit more in depth than I do right here. Let's take a look at the full flow outline. The trigger here is active on site. So if somebody's acting on site, they will basically be qualified to receive this flow. And email one, we want to engage with customers, show them bestsellers, review success stories. The goal is click on a product. Let's take a look at an email example here. This is by Sonnerley. They sell wooden boards. So anybody who likes to cook, this would be an amazing product for you guys. And what we did here is basically just tap into what kind of cook are you? Are you more into barbecue, a trip to the farmer's market, wine and cheese? You like to host, ribeye, right? Again, like doing that specialty food, pizza, DIY with friends. And all we want you is just like match you up with the perfect board. So this is a really good email to get that click. And once you click on a product, on one of these images, you'll basically be landing on a product page, right? So let's say this circle board, you'll see that product page, you'll be there. And then if you bounce off that page will target you with the Browse Abandonment. Couple quick pro tips about this flow. You want to just really go light. You don't want to push too hard here. They haven't really done anything. Just give them, again, a really fun and engaging experience with this site abandonment email, and you should be good to go here. This flow, I rarely see this inside of Klaviyo accounts, so if you add this, you'll be among the top 1% of stores that have that. Without any further ado, let's move on to the next thing that happens after the site abandonment, the Browse Abandonment. Now, what makes the Browse Abandonment so special is that it really is targeting clients with a high buying intent. They didn't just land on your site and bounce, they browse the product, right? If you window shop, that means that there's interest. And as you see here inside of our lovely graphs, they view the product, which is 2 steps before actually buying it, right? So they're interested, they're like looking around, they're seeing if they can trust your store. And this is what we want to tackle in this one right here. So typically we go with 2 to 5 emails, right? You want to start on the lower side and then add more emails as you see fit. If the engagement is good, open rate is good, click rate is good, purchase rate is good. The content here is, first of all, a subtle reminder of the product they viewed in your store, and we'll use the dynamic block right here. This is what the dynamic block looks like. It's the exact same product they viewed in your store. Klaviyo pulls this in using this, what we call a dynamic block right here, okay? After this, we want to ask if the client needs any help. Imagine, just like if you would go into a store and you would just browse around, at some point, you might need some help. So a salesman would come to you and ask you, hey, do you need any help? I know that I used to work many, many years in the furniture industry, selling furniture. My family actually owns furniture store in New York. So I remember these days, I used to come after a while, you let the customer browse around, then they might have questions and you want to be there, and we want to do exactly the same with our emails. Then we want to showcase some social proof and also talk about return policies. I might be interested, but it's still online, right? So there's not as many trust as actual physical store. You want to make sure that you talk about your return policies to make your customer feel extra confident in buying from you. On a technical side, this flow works off of the view product metric. The filter here, right here, you can see all these filters right here. Just feel free to set them up. If you're not sure how to set them up, again, a full video on how to set it up, including a step-by-step guide and also a bonus document on subject line, preview text, more email examples, which I go through in that longer video than the one I'm doing right here. The full flow outline is 3 emails. That's what we do for us. Just to begin with, again, there's many different variations here, but we like typically 3 emails. First, in the first email, remind them of the product, highlight social proof, reviews, return policies, and ask them if they need any help. Email 2 is talking about, again, the product, maybe throwing a discount, talking about what makes your products unique, and features and benefits, right? So let's say the feature you have, let's say in a wine coffee, the feature is, let's say you have a great aroma, and the benefit is you're going to have an amazing coffee every single morning. You have a better, let's say, sleep, right? So these are the benefits and the features. You want to mention this in your emails. Email 3, if you offer the discount, you can give them a slight nudge. Hey, your discount is about to expire. Customer reviews, and maybe scarcity. Maybe there's like limited time to redeem the discount. So let's take a look at the few email examples. Again, you have more email examples inside of my full video, but these email examples actually really illustrate what you should have inside of your Browse Abandonment flows. So first of all, a quick header, right? We know these colors caught your eye. These guys sell hats and caps. Here you have baby wear, so you deserve some extra sleep. The product they abandoned in their browse. Here they put an offer. Here they didn't. You can see how they focused on the benefits, right? So a sleep sack can serve as a sleep cue, especially when traveling. Sleep sacks keep babies warm without the suffocation risk. You can see all the benefits illustrated in a beautiful graphic. Our designer did a really good job here. Some reviews, and of course, if they need any help, you want to make this easy for them. Just click a button and you can actually reach out to us. Okay, here we have some more reviews in this email, and of course, 1 call to action per email. So this is part of my pro tips here for you guys. Just keep the email very, very succinct, nice spacing, nice contrasting color between different sections, and keep it just very, very succinct and to the point in terms of what you need them to do. Not 3 or 4 things, just one thing per email, and you should be golden. Without any further ado, let's jump into our next stage in your customer journey, the abandoned cart / abandoned checkout flows. Now, with the browse abandonment, we're kind of like heating things up. With the abandoned cart and abandoned checkout, things are getting serious, right? So it's not just casually window shopping. You actually took the product and added to your cart, right? Or started a checkout. The reason why we put these two together, the emails are very similar, but the way to set them up is slightly different. So first of all, for the abandoned cart, you need to install a specific snippet inside of your Shopify store, so it works with Klaviyo. But the abandoned checkout, not the abandoned cart, abandoned checkout is ready to go, and you have a full video again that I walk you through on how to set it up from A to Z. And again, you get a bonus doc with more email examples, subject line, preview text, so it can speed up the process for you to create those emails for your store. Now again, here, a quick explanation. These two are triggered by 2 separate metrics, and I usually like to show this. One of them is called added to cart metric, and one is called checkout started metric. Again, more information about this inside of my full video. Framework here, 3 to 8 emails. Typically we go somewhere around like 5, and I'll show you like our framework here is 3 emails. Content. Subtle reminder again, showing them the product that they abandoned in your store. We'll use, once again, the dynamic product block. You want to talk about refund and return policies to offer a safer shopping experience. So imagine this, you're about to buy something. If there's not enough trust, you're not sure maybe if you can return the product, if you're not happy with it, you're not going to buy. So it's very, very important to talk about this and feature this in your email. And reviews here, you want to really talk about reviews that are related to that part, that, that stage of your customer journey. So it's not just review about how the product changed their life, it's maybe reviews about how fast the delivery was or how helpful was the customer service. So it's specific reviews about this stage in the customer journey. I hope that makes sense. On the technical side, if you're about to set up the abandoned checkout, you should go with the checkout started. Abandoned cart is added to cart, which again, you have a full setup right here in Klaviyo to how to install it for your Shopify store. These are some flow filters right here for the abandoned checkout. In terms of emails, just a gentle nudge. Show them refund and return policies, any guarantees. That usually is helpful. Talk about any, again, unique selling proposition, secret sauce. Really get them excited. Like if you get this product, you will get all those benefits. Any reviews specifically, again, targeting that specific stage in their customer journey. In terms of email 3, maybe you want to offer a discount to kind of give them a last-ditch effort, and you want to use scarcity, maybe like limited stock available. Let's look at a few examples. As you can see here, talking about like risk reversal, like guarantees. You've got 30 days to put your shoes to the test. If you're still not convinced, you can send them back and get a full refund. So this is a perfect example, first of all, of showing them the return policy and also showing them what product they left behind, right? So this is what they left in their cart, and you can see how nicely this email does the job in conveying everything that I showed above. You can also give a discount, kind of like what we did here in the Browse Abandonment, right? So get this product right here with a discount. Now here's a quick pro tip for you guys. You only want to give the discount once. You don't want to get your customers used to just abandoning carts and expecting a discount. There is a specific flow filter that you can set in place to just have the discount emails show once. So then you can have a conditional split. You can split them up and only have the discount once per customer, if that makes sense. So this is a quick pro tip for you guys. Let's move on to our next flow right here, which already makes part of our retention phase. We actually finished the trust building, right? So abandoned checkout, abandoned cart, these are the 2 last emails. And we finished our trust building process. Now we move to retention. Right now, you made a sale. Congratulations. The job is not over yet. As I showed you in our graphic here, most stores have just trust building flows. They just rely on trust building flows, but they don't really retain their customers the right way. I'm going to show you how we retain our customers from first-time buyers, second-time buyers onwards. I have a full video also on a more in-depth strategies that we covered in a almost 30-minute video right here. Feel free to check it out. I also give you templates there so you can set up your post-purchase flow in no time. So our framework here is quite straightforward, 5 to 10 emails. You want to thank them sincerely. You want to remove buyer remorse, which is a big thing after somebody buys from you online, and get them excited about getting their product, about the benefits that they're going to reap in the near future. You want to give them a light nudge, maybe to add to their order, cross-selling them. Get reviews, get testimonials, get video reviews, and also surveys that will help you improve on your product, improve on your customer service. Let's take a look at the quick outline right here. So trigger is place an order. We want to have a flow filter that is place order equals 1 if it's the first time post-purchase. If it's the second, so equal 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Even though we have the VIP flow coming up where we'll talk about third, like buying from you for the third time onwards. So after you set up the trigger, email 1 is thanking the customers, setting expectations, and provide ways to contact you, the store, if they have any questions. A lot of stores also put an FAQ there. It's up to you. Email 2 is happy customer reviews about the results. Now it's time to show how the product can really give them results, how long it takes. You want to focus on reviews, but not the same reviews as, let's say, the welcome series or abandoned checkout that talk about, let's say, trust. Here is actually result-focused reviews and testimonials. You want to focus again on your USP, your unique selling proposition, your secret sauce. What makes the product unique? So that's email number 2. Email number 3, show them exactly how the product would benefit them, how long it takes. Again, you can back up with more reviews, maybe some scientific, articles or press mentions to build that excitement again and reduce buyer remorse. Emails 4 through 6 is a cross-sell series right here within the post-purchase that basically either just cross-sell them on more items or complementary products that will elevate/speed up the results of the current product. So things you can use in tandem to get a faster result. So let's say if you bought a mattress, you can upsell them on a pillow that will align their spine better and reduce, let's say, the tension from their neck. So the mattress will do its job with the back, the pillow will do it with the neck, and just overall will give them a better sleep experience, less back pain, less neck pain, etc. Email 7 through 9, you want to gather reviews. You want to gather UGC, which is video reviews that you can use for not only emails, but Facebook ads. You can throw them on your website. That always builds trust. You can see real people. That really helps just show, how real your customer satisfaction is. Email 9, surveys. Just send them a survey. It can be a simple Google form. You can use a Shopify app for this. Ask them a few questions on how they enjoyed your product. It can really also save you on bad reviews if you just ask first, what do you think about the product? So here's the series and how it works. So email 1, as I said, you want to thank them for choosing you. Sincere thank you right here. We're thrilled you've chosen us for your style needs. Your purchase is not just an order for us. It's a start of a stylish journey that's all about you. Have some questions. Let's address some typical questions that might pop up. And then you want to obviously give them an assistance section right here if they need to ask you a question, talk to you right here at the bottom. For this brand here, we basically have emails 2 and 3. There's not a lot of benefits of headwear, but you can talk about, let's say, expanding their style. So typically, I wear a lot of hats. I know that, let's say, I want to add more colors to my collection. So this is the cross-sell here that comes right after this email. Your style companion deserves an upgrade. Expand your style. Bring your favorites. You can throw in different discounts. You can use no discount. Then you can throw in a 15% discount. Then maybe you upgrade the discount to 20%. You just wait a few days. And if they don't make a purchase, you can throw in better discounts right there. Here is the review email. Love it as much as we do. And for the second time buyers, you can use a different set of emails. This is what it looks like here. You're a real fan. We see you and we're so excited to have you back at brand name. Thank you for your most recent purchase. Your unique style and loyalty to our brand makes a world of difference. Explore collection. Show off your collection today and express your style without the labels. Join the community, maybe send them to Instagram. Now that they're second-time buyers, there's more to do there, sending them to socials, etc. For second-time buyers, we also want to give them something special, treat them nice, get 10% off. We're thrilled to have you back again. The copy here is different than the first-time buyers. You want to tap into the thank you for buying from us again. We're happy to see you back in the store. Here again, just upgrade on the discount after a few days if they haven't purchased here. Showing them like maybe new picks, new products, new colors. And pro tip here, as I said, you want to make sure that you split your post-purchase sequences based on how many times they bought. You can really customize the language as I showed you. Second time, third time. Not to talk about the VIP, which is coming up next, but this is a pro tip that I don't see a lot of stores that they use just one unique email maybe for the thank you, and then everything is the same. It's not the same customer after they bought the second time. They have different concerns. And by the way, another pro tip, something that I don't really see a lot of stores do, is tapping into the reasons why somebody might not buy from you for the third time or the fourth time or even the second time. A quick example that I have for a pet product is, let's say, for example, if somebody bought from you for the second time, what would be some of the reasons, and that's something you want to do with your team, that they are not going to buy from you for the third time? So let me give you that pet example, pet food example. They might have another brand in their home that they're trying to finish before they buy another time. But this is a great example to show them why your food will give your pet that they love so much a better experience, with their digestion, like better digestion using your food because you use like all natural ingredients. And 80% of dogs using your pet food will actually, rather use your food over somebody else's food because of how they feel, right? They're more happy. So this is one reason and one angle you can use in order to promote your food. And maybe they can even ditch the other brand and use your food and buy more from you, right? This can entice more purchases, if that makes sense. Another example is, let's say your food is expensive. So you can then explain them, hey, we're expensive because of these ingredients. So if you go with the cheap options, your pet might have issues down the line. Then again, this is kind of tackling those hurdles, those, let's say, objections on why not buying from you again. So you want to address this on your post-purchase sequences, depending on how many times they bought from you, if that makes sense. Now, what makes this flow so unique and so special? The VIP flow targets your super fan. It's a small batch of customers that will generate you a lot of revenue. We pulled this metric here. 50% of your revenue will come from a small batch of clients, like 10% of clients. You want to treat them well. You can do a lot with these customers. They will be your most loyal customers for years to come. So you want to treat them well. You want to give them first dibs on new product releases, on sales. Before you release a sale to everybody else, you give them special early access. You want to also give them discount, right? If you have a loyalty program, you can give them extra bonus points for loyalty for becoming VIP. Like, this is a status that, for example, if you know airlines, once you're a VIP, you get a lot of perks, like lounge access. You get, let's say, priority boarding. They save you a lot of time. They treat you differently. That's why you stay loyal to that airline company. Same thing applies here. So with the VIP flow, typically we want to focus on making them feel special. And we have about 3 emails here, right? We want to give them a special welcome to the VIP, and rewarding them accordingly. On the technical side, you can basically go either off of a segment or when somebody places enough orders to become a VIP, like 3 orders, 5 orders. This number can change. We put 3 here. This is typically what we go off of. Another option is to go off of an average order value, higher than normal. AOV, like let's say if your AOV is 150, if somebody spends $500, which is like 3 times more, you can have them become a VIP and add them to this segment. This is what the full flow outline looks like. Place an order equals 3 times, or AOV, or whatever makes sense for your store. You want to thank them, right? Like we did here. You just got an upgrade. We already like your taste, but it's about to get an upgrade. Open your thick envelope, pretend to read a card, and you don't see the bills. £10 gift card, right? $10 gift card. Welcome to our VIP club. Redeem your VIP gift. You mention exactly what they can expect now. Access to VIP pre-sales, pre-launch notification, and secret unexpected treat in your inbox. Redeem your VIP gift. So this is really good for email number 1. Email number 2, you can also feature and talk about products that they haven't tried. As a VIP, you want them to try more things so they become even more loyal to your company, right? That's why showcase products they haven't tried. You can kind of do a logical conditional split in Klaviyo, and also create that dynamic section. And the goal here is to build a community of loyal customers. Email 3, if you did throw a discount, you can send a reminder of the discount. And this is pretty simple. This is what you want to do with the VIP flow right here. A few pro tips here. You want to go overboard for your VIPs. You want to really make sure they understand. A lot of customers that I audit their account, a lot of DTC customers and brands, they just throw the term VIP like it doesn't mean anything. Like everybody is VIP, even if you bought once. You want to really make it special. Just like an airline company wouldn't just treat anybody as a VIP customer, like come just board the plane because you bought from us an airplane ticket. You want to really have people kind of understand what made them VIP. Hey, you bought a few times from us, you become VIP, right? So you want to really make it unique and special so they feel appreciated, and then this will really increase loyalty for your brand. The anniversary flow right here, not to be confused with the anniversary campaign, which you celebrate your brand's birthday, right? Your 5th year since you were established, 7th, 10th year anniversary. The flow works a bit differently. This celebrates the purchase anniversary of your customer. So every year, it's kind of cute. You know, you send them an email saying, hey, it's our birthday. It's been a year since you bought from us for the first time. It's been 2 years, etc. We want to go with super straightforward 2 emails, recommend them new products, new releases, and maybe throw in a special birthday gift. So the trigger here is place an order, and you want to wait for 365 days. Email 1 can look like this. This is, by the way, the campaign of the anniversary. We need to make some small tweaks, but you can make it look exactly the same. Let's celebrate our birthday in style. It's our birthday. We're ready to make it extra special. It's been a year since you bought with us. To make it even more spectacular, we're gifting you an exclusive $10 off to use the code BIRTHDAY. Just something very cute to make your customer feel special. And email 2 here can just be a reminder of the discount. You want to celebrate a birthday one day, so maybe like 5 hours before midnight, you can send them another email, or maybe a text-based email from the founder. Hey, I would love you to take advantage of, our anniversary birthday. So you have 5 more hours. Go ahead and grab your product. The back in stock flow, again, not to be confused with the back in stock campaign. These are 2 separate things. This is an automated flow. And what it does, it just notifies customers that wanted to buy product on your site and it was out of stock at the time. So they signed up on a pop-up that says sign up for back in stock notification. You might have seen it. If you know, you know. And the framework that we do is 3 emails. It's a bit of a pro tip. You can just go straight forward and have 1 email that looks like this. Waits for when the product is back in stock and then shoots them an email. We have a dynamic block section here and here. Here's another example from Sonos. We obviously want to put the products higher up above the fold. So this is what we did here. But hear me out. Here's our pro tip. Email 1, you want to send them a confirmation. Hey, thank you for signing up for the back in stock. And then afterwards, you want to offer them products that are currently available and give them maybe a special offer like, hey, you can buy these products that are available with a discount. And maybe they'll bite and buy a product before their original item is back in stock. And then if it didn't work, maybe it did, maybe it didn't, you want to go in with email 2 when the original item is back in stock, just like you've seen our examples here. And email 3 is just a reminder, hey, the product is running out quickly. Get it before it's out of stock again. And also maybe a reminder of a discount if you threw that inside of email number 2. So this is the layout. I highly recommend trying this out for your store. We see really good results from email 1 from this strategy of trying to sell them an item that is currently available. It works really well. Let me know what you think. If you actually set it up for your store, drop me a comment down below. Next up, we have the replenishment flow. This flow works magic in order to remind customers that they need to repurchase a product that is about to be out of stock. And this is obviously a product they bought before, and they need to restock before they run out. You want to basically tap into the consistency aspect here. So if you run out, you'll lose the benefit of what you initially wanted when you bought the product. So it's automated. You can also do a replenishment flow manually, like send this automation send these emails once a month, once in 2 months, depends on your buying cycle, how long a product lasts. But obviously, it's much easier to set up this automation once. Our framework here is 3 emails. Email 1, we want to send it like a week before they're about to run out, so they have enough time notice to basically understand that they're about to run low. Email 2 is a day or two before, sometime even the day of, that they're critical level and they should restock again. Email 3 is actually a few days afterwards to remind them, hey, you haven't repurchased yet, you should buy it. So that is just a last-ditch effort to remind them. Technical side, again, place an order. You wait for as many days as you think that you need, for as many days as needed to repurchase something. If you sell gummies that last 30 days, like a month's supply, 30 days. If you sell something that lasts 3 months, 90 days. So place an order plus wait as many days as you need. Filter here is obviously somebody who hasn't made a purchase and starting this flow. So as soon as they made a purchase, this trigger will wait for 30, 60, 90 days, many days as needed, but it would not send if somebody already made a purchase. And you can also kind of set a specific product that they haven't purchased. So this is the outline. These are some examples. You want to use the dynamic block. This is a pro tip to remind them exactly the exact product that they bought. You can pull this exactly the same way we did with the abandoned cart and abandoned checkout. And Browse Abandonment, the dynamic block, you can add a button to make it super easy for them to click and go back to the exact product page so they can repurchase effortlessly. This is email 1. No discount. Email 2, you get a discount. You also want to mention a subscription service. So you don't have to rely on this automation, but have automated revenue generated every single month or quarterly, weekly, whatever frequency they want to get their subscribe and save order. But this will just take the pressure off of this automation if they just didn't have time to buy again. So you can see email 1, 2, email 3 again. You can do like a from the founder type of email. Hey, just reaching out. You're about to run out. We want to make sure you still get the amazing benefits of those gummies, and basically send them a text-only email. This can do magic. I highly recommend sending text-based emails, and this is a great example here for email number 3. Moving on, Klaviyo AI. Klaviyo AI. I know it sounds fancy. In reality, this flow has been there even before AI became such a big and trending topic. How it works is Klaviyo uses AI to calculate historical data of purchasing behavior and letting you know when a customer is about to churn or when a customer is about to make their next purchase. So with this data, what we want to do is use a pretty similar framework to other flows that we used before. Straightforward, 1 email, offer assistance. You basically want to just show up, right, magically, and offer assistance and provide them maybe with a tempting offer before they're about to churn or about to make their next purchase, just to sweeten the deal a bit. The trigger is predictive analytics. And just a quick disclaimer, your store needs to have enough orders in order to qualify for this flow. Just 1 email in this flow, pretty straightforward. If your store does qualify, do let me know in the comments below how you decided to use it. If you decide to do the churn or you went with the expected new purchase date. The win-back flow. This flow is one of the OG of email marketing automation. What it does is just re-engaging with inactive customers and encourages them to make another purchase. Now, it does depend on your buying cycle. If you sell, let's say, supplements, it would be a different buying cycle than if you sell mattresses. But typically, in most cases, it's somewhere between 2 to 3 months that you want to reach out and basically get them to buy something again, re-engage with them again. So in terms of the framework here, 3 to 5 emails, typically 2 to 3 months, so 60 days plus after their purchase. And you want to basically encourage them to make another purchase. Remind them maybe to replenish if it's a replenishable item. Give them a recommendation of what's new with the store. On the technical side, place an order. You just wait for 60, 75, 90 days. I do recommend testing this to make sure what's optimal for your store. Filter if somebody makes a purchase and starting this flow. 1 email right here, the first email is just what's new with the store. You can see how we did it here. Explore new arrivals. Headline here, we miss you at the brand name. Showcase bestsellers. Maybe email 2, you can throw in a discount like we did here. We promised a special surprise. Here it is. This is a dynamic code, comeback20. Use the code above and enjoy 20% off your next purchase. Meet the new kids on the block. Here are some of the new items that are available in the store. Some reviews, never hurts. And then email 3, if you did give a discount in email 2, email 3 is just reminding them that the discount is about to expire. A recommendation here on the pro tip, you can call it, is using a countdown timer, maybe with 24 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours, as many hours as you want to test maybe that as well and see what works best for your store. Last but not least, the Sunset Flow, aka the Breakup Series. This flow does multiple things, not just one thing. It helps you re-engage inactive subscribers. It helps you clean your list automatically. And it can also help you reduce your Klaviyo bill. As you know, in Klaviyo, you only pay for active subscribers. Let's see the framework here, 2 to 5 emails. Pro tip here, you don't want to go over 5 emails. It can really hurt your deliverability. In terms of the content here, you want to add a hint of FOMO, fear of missing out. You want to let them know we're about to unsubscribe you because it's been a while and you're not opening our emails. You want to give them an easy update their preference button and also put an easily accessible unsubscribe button. The benefits, again, auto-clean your list and remove dead profiles, improve deliverability, and re-engage more profiles. In terms of the technical side here, I recommend going off of a segment, but you can also go off of a trigger of somebody that hasn't opened your emails in, say, 120 days. 3 emails where in email 1, you want to reach out and ask the customer if they need any assistance, remind them of the reason why they joined your list to begin with, and you want to use a bit of a harsh language. Let me show you real quick. It's been a while since we've seen you first name, and we think it's time we let you go. So you wouldn't just write this in a normal campaign. This is specifically to this Sunset Flow because we want to make sure that the customer understands that if they're not going to open, take action, we're going to unsubscribe them. If you're still interested in receiving exclusive content and news from our brand, then hit the stay on list. Stay on track with your health and wellness goal and get 15% off. Coupon code save 15%. If you need space, we totally get it. Simply hit the unsubscribe button and you'll stop receiving our brand lifestyle tip, new product news, and exclusive sales. Unsubscribe here. You can also change this to update profile preferences, which basically gives them the option to choose how often they hear from you, weekly, monthly, quarterly, that kind of stuff. If they want to stay on the list, they just click here and it'll automatically update their preference to stay on the list, something you can do in Klaviyo. Email 2 and 3, give them a best offer, maybe like higher discount than normal, show them maybe other previously bought items, maybe new items to kind of entice them to buy something again. And then email 3, last ditch effort. It can even be a text-only email from the founder letting them know, hey, it's the founder. We're really sad to let you go. But if you're not going to engage now, we're going to unsubscribe you. A pro tip here. With this series here, you want to use a very harsh, very FOMO-inducing language inside of the subject line. The main goal of this flow is to entice open. So the subject lines here are super, super key. You want to use subject lines that are a bit harsh, as I said. Hey, it's time to let you go. We're about to unsubscribe you. Take action now, or it's goodbye forever. That kind of language. So somebody sees this on their phone. They're like, hold on, what's happening here? As soon as they open the email, they will be removed from the chronic unengaged customers and they'll move into the engaged segment. And that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for checking this long video. You have all the knowledge you need right now, the how-to, exact examples to set up all these automated flows in your store and really maximize profits with sniper-like precision that you would only get with automation. Next steps, if you want to continue scaling your e-commerce store, I invite you to check our YouTube video. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below in the comment section. And if you are running an e-commerce store and want to save hours writing copy, designing emails, installing them in Klaviyo, I invite you to book a call with me. We'll jump on a one-on-one call. I'll give you a quick audit and show you how you can scale your email marketing further. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.